All right, hey friends, what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? Well, this is Andy, and I'm coming to you again from here at the Warwick HQ in Germany. And today I have the pleasure and the honor of showing you the 2026 Fortress bases. I was so excited when I found out that the limited edition this year was going to be a Fortress. I knew that I was coming over and I knew that I would be doing the demos for the limited edition, but I didn't know what it was going to be until I got here. And when I saw that it's a Fortress, I'm just totally excited about it because I'm a huge Fortress fan. If you know me, then you know that I have a 2012 custom shop Fortress that the guys here made for me. And there was a limited edition Fortress some years ago. And now here we are again in 2026 with a brand new limited edition Fortress. Let's have some fun. We'll listen to it. I'll tell you about all the cool, unique specs, and we'll just dive into it and have some fun. All right, let's get started. Now, I want to talk about the Fortress a little bit, give you a little bit more of the history and my personal experience with it. This body style is quite popular in the 90s. The coolest thing about it is the body shape with this really long upper horn, the way that it balances. It's got incredible balance. That balance, that comfort factor drew me to it. And just the fact that it's not so common, you don't see them as much as you see thumb basses and streamers and so on. So it's got a uniqueness in that way. Okay, the first and most killer thing about this instrument is that it's all about ebony. The top wood of the body and the fingerboard are Amara Ebony. Amara Ebony is almost the same thing as Makassar Ebony. However, it only grows in Indonesia, and because it grows in a different place, it has a slightly different tint and slightly different wood grain characteristics. The Makassar ebony is going to have like a brownish and blackish caramel coloring and striping. And the Amara ebony is going to have a slightly violet tint to the figuring. It's just a slightly different tint to it. It's the same species, but it only grows in one place. There's a whole bunch of important features and things that make the Masterbuilt versions at a much higher level than anything else. The first thing to mention is that the Amara ebony top is highly figured. It's a very, very beautiful figured top. And then if you look to the back, we have USA Swamp Ash body wings and the figured maple neck through construction. But this is what's cool. If you look at the back of the instrument, you see the neck through coming through, right? But if you look at the top, it's a complete top that covers the whole thing. So it's a hidden neck through. Another very, very cool thing about this limited edition, the body is chambered. It's much lighter. That's become something that's very popular. People want an instrument that weighs less and is even more comfortable than before. Well, what they do is they take the body wings when they're assembling it and they carve grooves out of it and then they glue the top on it. So it ends up being chambered. That reduces the weight and it's awesome. Okay, let's talk about the finishing because this instrument is absolutely gorgeous. In terms of the finish on the top, we have bleached natural black burst. And then on the back, we have Nirvana Black and high polish everywhere. It's a 34 scale instrument, standard long scale. 2 octaves, 24 frets. Now I want to tell you about the amazing neck and the amazing frets. The way that this thing feels is absolutely elegant. And it's a combination of a variety of things. First of all, it has a C shape, which is very comfortable. It's not bulky in any way. It's an absolutely comfortable front to back C shape. Then you have the beautiful ebony fingerboard wood that I talked about. And you have the brass frets, which feature the IFT, the Invisible Fretwork Technology, the method that the frets are installed into the fingerboard. The traditional way would be that a slot would be cut all the way through the fingerboard and then the frets would be pressed in it. However, the IFT does not extend all the way through the fingerboard, so it makes the transition of the fret to the fretboard edge very, very smooth. So the IFT takes it to a whole new level. Continuing with some of the very special details, The headstock alone is loaded with them, starting with the Justinut 3 adjustable nut system, solid brass. Then you have a wooden matching truss rod cover. The headstock itself has a veneer on the top of it that matches the body, and it has a mother of pearl Warwick W up here, and the Graphtec ratio tuners with ebony paddles. So just within the headstock, there's a whole bunch of really, really cool stuff going on. Let's take just a minute to talk specifically about the Justinut 3 adjustable nut system, because this is a very, very cool feature. It enables you to raise and lower the nut using a tiny Allen wrench at the nut, so you can fine-tune your setups at both ends of the instrument. It's very, very cool. Taking a quick look at the back of the headstock, one of the things that makes this bass very, very cool is that this has Nicholas Wilfer's handwritten signature on it, and it's just a cool thing that adds to the collectability of it. All right, let's talk about the very cool electronics in this bass. It has the black brushed chrome MEC soapbar pickups, and it has the MEC 3-band EQ in it. So in terms of the controls, you have a volume, which is a stacked concentric, and on the bottom side of it, you have the blend control for blending between the pickups, and the concentric volume blend control also acts as an EQ bypass by pulling up on the knob. And then you have active treble, active middle, and active bass. And an important factor of what makes this system work so well is that it's boost cut. So you have a center indent on each control. And when you're in the center, that would be flat. You can cut the bass or boost the bass. Being able to boost cut is a very cool factor that just expands the flexibility big time. Let's talk about the hardware a little bit more, particularly down at this end of the bass. It has the 2-piece 3-dimensional Warwick bridge system, which is incredibly adjustable and also very, very stable. It locks, everything locks in. So once you arrive at this, at the setup that you want, it has locking set screws. So once it's set, it's set for life. But what I can tell you is that you have the ability to move it in any direction, meaning you can move the saddles forward and back to do your intonation, of course. You can, of course, raise them and lower them to adjust your action. And you can even move the individual saddles up and down or to the side, depending on how you're looking at it, and make small adjustments to the spacing. Then the bridge itself is on 4 points, and it can move in any direction. Then it locks into this tailpiece in the back here, and it's made from solid brass. This bridge system is absolutely fabulous. Continuing on with another of the amazing details that make such a big difference in the quality of these instruments, it has the matching wooden control cavity cover. Important thing to note about this is that it is completely shielded on the inside of it, so that the entire circuit is completely shielded, so it's dead quiet. All right, let's get into some playing examples, and I'll show you how amazing this bass sounds. But first, let me tell you how we're recording it. I'm playing through the Warwick Gnome iPro 600 and a pair of Gnome cabinets. We have the cab mic'd and we have a direct signal, and we're mixing them both. For the first playing example, I want to show you how great this bass sounds for slapping. The ebony fingerboard has a bright influence. It's a hardwood, so it's going to be very pristine in the high end. I have the 3-band EQ set with the treble right in the middle. The mid-range is slightly boosted, and the bass is slightly boosted. The pickup selector is slightly rolled to the neck pickup. And I will add that what I love about this is that with this setting, I have a killer slap bass tone, but I also have a killer fingerstyle tone within that one sound. I don't need to make adjustments. I'm all about having one universal sound, one sound setting that enables me to do all my stuff without having to make adjustments. For the next sound example, I want to go in a completely different direction. I want to show how this instrument can have a warm, vintage type of tone, a tone that is suitable for like soul music and R&B. I'm rolled to the neck position pickup, completely rolled to the neck position pickup. I have the bass boosted a little bit more. The mid-range control is right in the middle, and the treble is cut about 30%. All right, now let's check out the amazing bridge position pickup sound. I'm rolled all the way back to the bridge position, soapbar. I have the treble cut almost all the way. The middle is boosted just a little bit, and the bass is boosted just a little bit. This gets you that burpy, barky, kind of Jaco Pastorius growl. All right, now I've switched over to the 5-string version. Like all Warwick basses, they're known for the growl of the B string. That's like a signature thing with Warwick, and this instrument is no exception. Again, like I mentioned earlier, the influence of the ebony fingerboard is critical to the way that it enhances the growl all that much more on this instrument. So I'm going to play something down low in the key of D. I'll start by doing some slapping, and then I'll ease into my fingers and let you hear how great this low B growls. All right, now I want to show you how it sounds with EQ bypass. No boost, no cut, no anything. All you do is lift up the volume control, disengages the preamp, and you have a completely passive sound. And I'm rolled all the way to the bridge position pickup. And I just kind of want to show you the natural sound of how rich the harmonic content is in this instrument without the influence of any preamp whatsoever. All right, well, very cool. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this demo video. I've had so much fun. I'm really excited about the Fortress bass making a comeback. I mentioned that at the beginning, and truly it's one of my favorite of all the Warwick body shapes. And this 2026 limited edition instrument is truly fantastic. From the ebony top and fingerboard, the beauty of it, and also the sonic and tonal influence and brightness and pristine clarity of that, to the MEC soap bars and the beautiful high gloss finish and the 3-band EQ. This thing is totally killer. I'm glad that they've brought the Fortress back. You know, it makes me personally happy, and I think it's going to make many other players personally happy. The other totally awesome thing about this 2026 limited edition is that it's available in 4 and 5 string versions, fretted and fretless, and right and left-handed versions. All right, well, I've had a great time. If you like this video, if you like all the videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and share with your friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.